welcome to Man of Steel Fan Gives Hope, the Facebook page on YouTube. Man, times are really changing. They are. The world is changing at a fast pace. So anyway, I'll get to that in a wee minute. But so what's happening just now? Well, it seems that everybody's gone crazy with this idea of Charlie Hunnam, or whatever his name, the star of Sons of Anarchy. People are jumping all over him and asking him, are you going to be the Green Arrow? You're the best person to be the Green Arrow. And he was in an interview. He was asked, the presenter, or whatever, he was asking the question. He asked him about it, and he knew nothing of it. And he said he didn't do comics or Marvel or anything like that. He doesn't know the character, and it's not something that he wants. When he was originally heard about it, it wasn't something the direction he wanted to go in acting wise and stuff like that, and where he wanted to take his career. But I think because he's getting pestered all these times by the same question, he just says, he actually says, is it just because I look like him? Is it because I look like him or something? And of course he says yes. But the presenter, the one that was asking him, he couldn't add anything else to it apart from that he looked like him. And then of course Charlie Hunnam goes and says, well, DC, get my number or whatever. So, he would do it. But see, this is the thing that I hate. I hate the fact that just because an actor has got the same look, that we all think that he should be playing the part. The same thing happened to Jesse Eisenberg with Lex Luthor. Everybody was saying that Cranston fella from Breaking Bad should play him just because he spent some of the episodes in that series with no hair and he had a similar sort of look. So they were up in arms that this young Jesse Eisenberg would be it. But even though they started posting pictures what Jesse Eisenberg would be without hair. And then we never got the thing with it. And it's stereotypical, and for me, it's all about the part and not because you're basing the character on either something that's been portrayed before. Lex Luthor, if you go down in comic book histories, he's looked different. He's mad scientist, long hair, tall, short, fat. Gene Hackman, you know what I mean? Gene Hackman was none of those. Well, I might have been the mad scientist back then, but everybody was all about appearance. And just because Charlie Hunnam, Hunman or whatever, I don't know how to pronounce his name, wore a beard and a goatee and stuff, quite similar to Green Arrow, that people were going, yeah, you'd be a perfect fit. But I would like to ask you guys and girls, I want you to think of a different actor or even an actress, right, that could do the Green Arrow role. Okay, nobody, maybe when Stephen Amell got the role in Green Arrow, he wasn't sporting a beard or whatnot until much later on. And Zack Snyder's, I'll come to Zack Snyder in a minute. Zack Snyder has chosen these actors because it sort of fits in with the story he's trying to tell and the way he wants the character sort of being portrayed. Same as any director, same as Richard Donner. And my only beef with the Richard Donner's Lex Luthor Superman, it was all about land and having some sort of hideout underground, in the train station. And then you had Lois and Clark, where he did own a big building, but he had curly, did he have curly hair in that show? But that was a good representation of Lex Luthor, although he was skinny and thin, unlike the cartoons where he had a bit of a build on him. So no, I would say, let's stop going for actors just because in some film or whatnot they they had some sort of resemblance. Now, staying on a similar subject, let me know your views on that, and maybe think of different actors that you might think, think outside the box. Don't think of people that's got beards or whatnot. Think of people that might not have beards that might actually good. Maybe we want an older Green Arrow, an older instead of a young one. Then there's the Flash. Now I think I've said before in another video about this twat of a man. He claimed he wasn't going to see Justice League because it's not the Flash from telly that's playing him. You're not interested in Ezra Miller or whatnot. I'm not going to see Justice League. And Zach is answered that sort of comment. Not that particular comment, but he's replied to comments about why he chose Ezra Miller to play the Flash, and to be honest, he didn't need to. Sensible people knew why he picked Ezra Miller, and it's just because you have a TV show doesn't exactly. And you look at the Flash, and then you look at where Justice League is heading. That character would be so much associated with the Flash and with that sort of lightheartedness and everything else. You wouldn't gel with what they're doing in the movie. So they needed a Flash where they can start a gang and envision him in a way where he would gel with the film, and not just because there's a Flash in TV who and the way that's filmed just wouldn't mix. It's just I just can't get over how people can't just accept that we can have umpteen different actors. We can have two Flashes. One we see in the TV, one we see in the movie. We can have we can even further down the line, who knows, they might even do an episode where the two of them will meet, right? But the good thing about DC and what DC Movies is doing is they keeping it separate from anything on the TV, because that way the TV has got free range and what stories they want to tell when they don't have to worry about contradicting each other and stuff. And I'm happy about Ezra Miller, of what I've seen so far. And yeah, I just don't know why Zach needed to explain that. I feel like he doesn't need to defend his own work. But staying on that, there was a tweet I've posted on the Facebook page, and I don't know what it is. I don't know, because he was in China or something and that is taken off and stormed. China's really taken Wonder Woman by heart. And he's now, I've only got a snap picture of this. I don't know. I've been asking around, wondering if it's Facebook, if it's WhatsApp, if it's Twitter or something. Is it the Chinese version of Twitter? Because Facebook that I know is blue and white, but this one was totally different. Again, you'll see it on the Man of Steel Fan Gives Hope Facebook page. And he thanks people that have given him praise, and and fighting for his and defending his stuff, and that he'll see him again when Justice League is out, and I think that's commendable. Because it shows me that already knew that Zack Snyder, has a passion for his films and for DC, and he's taken time out to answer all the fans. So he knows how important things are to him, these DC films. So that's that side of things. Again, they're making some statement about Wonder Woman movie being 141 minutes long. And again, I don't care how long the film is. I don't care if it suits the story. That's brilliant. I don't care what certificate is. I don't believe that they should make a film with a certificate in mind. I believe they should make a film, and whatever certificate it gets. Because if you start trying to make a film an hour and 30 minutes or trying to make it family friendly, then you're disrupting your original vision of the film. So always just make the film and then let it loose, and if it becomes a different certificate that the director or the studio wanted, well, tough. This is the film he wanted or she wanted to make. Now, I've seen one of the comments, Tim, I believe. I haven't, by the time I'm watching this, I've not read any comments since, after making the statement. He thinks I'm a lovely looking guy, nice accent, and I take any sort of compliment, and it's a world now where I'm hoping that people can come out of their shell and who they are and stuff, and what I'm hoping to see a world where, I'm not saying you are, I don't know if Tim is a girl or a boy, right? But if you're a boy and if you're gay, so be it. That is fine. I've said many times in my videos, I have gay friends, lesbian friends, transgender friends, every sort of walk of life you can meet, I've got them as a friend, and I don't think we end them. I just feel sorry for people that are living in a certain way that is still not appreciated, still not sort of out there or appreciated by the other people. There's a lot of people, religious people, that put it down as, oh, it's not God's way. Well, it is God's way, because if God did exist, as you say, I'm a sort of an atheist on that side. I'm not saying that there isn't one, I'm just saying there's something beyond our understanding. But if you were a sort of religious person, you would have been made, thing we made them. It's not a life choice, okay? I'm not going to go out there and suddenly decide I'm gay, because that takes a lot of commitment, I'll be going, excuse me, honey, yep, I don't like you anymore. I think I like boys now. Okay, and then you get to the bedroom, and then you say, no, listen, I've made up my mind. I'm going through with it. It's a choice thing. It's rubbish, okay? And I hope everybody who is ever watching this feels so. We've got to embrace each other the way we're only put on this planet for a short time, and I'm hoping that every sort of person, no matter what sexuality that the person is, has an easy time of it. Because for a lot of years, people were hounded, beaten up, and given a hard time and looked upon. And people that in the 60s in America, or was it 50s or something, if you thought you were gay, you were getting electric shock treatment to try and turn you into normality. And thankfully science has pinpointed that is genetics. It's how we're made, so please, no matter what sexuality you're out there, embrace it, who you are. Don't go through life hating who you are, because I know some people do, because it's a hard thing probably to find out that you're that way. So please, if anybody comments that way, that's fine. No, don't thing with the person, okay? Again, just talk to me. I hope you've understood that message very well. My heart goes off to people that have come out. Well done. I hope your life has gotten easier for coming out and to say who you are, whether you're transgender, gay, or whatever you are. Be proud. We're only on this world a short time, and we've got to make the most of it. And stuff. As I say, I'll take any compliment. It's too much hate in the world. And talking about that, maybe I should make a video and just basically put it down as Justice League is brilliant. I've seen it, and then make a YouTube of that, and then see how many views it gets. then I'll make one that's saying Justice League is bad, and then see how, and then let's see what travels the most, good news or bad news. You know, what gets the most interest. You know, and then we could get a really good tally of what the world is like, what we're living in. So that's my thoughts of just now. You know, there's still a lot of speculation about the Shazam movie. Recently, you know, Dwayne Johnson has tweeted something about who he wants Armie Hammer to be Green Lantern and stuff like that. And Jeff Johns now has tweeted something about the Watchmen 6 series comic and stuff like that, and that is getting a lot of buzz in the comics. You know, as at Dr. Manhattan, that made Flashpoint stay the way it is. And as I say, I'm so behind. I've only just read Flashpoint. I've only read the omnibus. You know, but I sort of spoil it for myself and report on comics, because right now I'm as I say, I'm collecting that big series of graphic books, and then I want to get more Injustice, and it's a lot of pennies. You know, it's something like £16. I don't know how much it is in your currency, but if you can maybe check your Google it and find out what £16 or £20 for a graphic novel is. It's quite a lot of money. So here we are. Leave your comments. Be nice, positive. I've changed the page. I've changed the answering page on my Facebook, where you can leave your messages there, and I'll read them out to you. So that's my thoughts of the day. Thanks very much, and be positive out there.